Hey guys, welcome back to Games and Stories, and we are back to Fekla with her package of herbs.
That will never change.
Hey Fekla.
Here's the package from Sagitta.
Thanks a lot. So you can make yourself useful after all.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Can I have some more of your stew?
All right, I'll be nice then. Here. So you won't starve before my very eyes.
I couldn't care less.
Can I have some more of your stew?
Hey, not so greedy. I'll let you know when I have anything else for you to do. And then you can have more stew. Got it?
So the next time we can actually get more stew from her is in chapter 3 and later again in chapter 4. So you should always put a mental note to revisit her later. Now, finally we have reached a point in the game I really love, and that point is exploring the area towards the north, which is fairly close to our current location. Okie dokie. So off screen, by the way, I brewed one strength potion and consumed it, and thus we have equipped the paladin's two-hander right now. So our strength is at the lovely, what is this? A woodcutter's axe. And okay, embedded into the windmill. God, I love these small effects like falling leaves in a forest. You know, for 2001's, this was cutting edge stuff, and most people, when they look at Gothic's graphics today, they just turn their noses up, and it's so much ugliness. I think it was brilliantly done for its time, and it kind of still holds on up to date. I mean, we are gonna play the Gothic Hiver mod, keep that in mind, and we are gonna play with some awesome graphics. It's really gonna push my graphics card to the limit, but it's gonna look pretty sweet. Now, up here, we have an area over this small river up here. We need to explore first. So the north side is basically divided into two sides. Now, you see this area up here? That's where we need to go. In order to get there, we actually have to jump in the water. Okay. And then climb up here on this little ledge over here. Okay, so the north area is basically divided into two areas. We have the forest in the northwest, big forest right there, and the northern part where you can actually see this black troll to the north of us near a lake. That's one of my favorite areas in the game. So for full disclosure, we are actually already equipped for that area. We have the spell scrolls we'll need, we have the healing items we'll need, we have everything we need. Okay, so up here there's mainly some plants and some food, and I think we also have a stone tablet. And a few mushrooms here and there. We are definitely gonna pick those up. More mana is always welcome. We are gonna be a fire mage. So yeah, one thing I wanted to point out about becoming a fire mage. Now, you can actually soft lock yourself into becoming a fire mage. And this is a small spoiler, but in order to become a fire mage, at one point you're gonna have to learn the first circle of fire, and you'll also have to spend some learning points in order to create a rune. So it's gonna ask you for 10 learning points in total. Poor guy died here with a lot of potions near him. So it's gonna ask you for 10 learning points to become a fire mage, basically. Now, if at that point in the game you have cleared the entire map, if there is nothing else to kill, if you have done all the quests possible, and you are too far away from leveling up, it's actually possible you can soft lock yourself, because you can't actually get the learning points in order to become a fire mage. At that point in the game, you have two choices. You can either reload a previous save, or you can try killing some random NPCs for experience. Like, personally, I will recommend killing mercenaries from Onar's farm because they give a lot of experience. And I mean the ones without a name, like the nameless mercenaries. So what do we have here? We have a splattering of blood, a mountain of skulls. This is not ominous or scary at all. And normally here there would have been a shadow beast, but I killed it off screen. And what else do we have as a warning? We have the corpse of a giant rat, the corpse of a sheep. And we can actually hear the snoring of a shadow beast in this cave. Now, shadow beasts for us right now pose no real trouble because... Okay, see what the shadow beast has done? Bit off the head of an orc. So, shadow beasts are incredibly easy to kill if you just back them into a corner, like we have done right now. From this point on, shadow beasts really aren't really any challenge
Nothing
to
there.
us.
Nothing to plunder.
They are just experience farms right
Nothing
now.
to be had there.
Okay, what do we have? Digger meat, leather satchel, Norkish weapon, potion, more mushrooms, anything else we have missed? So yeah, these couple of shadow beasts, they were probably mates. Female and male, I'm assuming. Maybe brothers, I have no idea. Does show the fact that shadow beasts are not solitary creatures, so they can live in a pack, which is a very scary thought, really. Okay, what else do we have here? Any more plants? Nope. So on the other side of this river, a couple of more plants. We have a meadow knotweed over here. Nothing really fancy. And healing plant? Sure, definitely gonna take that. So anything else? Fireweed nestled under this bush. And that's about it. Now we're gonna make our way across the bridge to the old ruins that the water mages are excavating. And we're gonna first clear that area of monsters. It's a pretty interesting area, really. And then we're gonna make our way towards the Black Troll. We are most likely gonna level up 2 more times before we even enter the monastery, which is gonna be good. It's gonna be really great. Means we're gonna have the experience necessary to learn how to read tablets at level 2. Okay, blue elder over here. And we'll also have leftover learning points to become Fire Mage. Anything else? Just a skeleton over here. Okay. Oof, have to be careful here. Healing plant, thank you. Okie dokie, now let's see what we have. This vegetation is kind of sticking out of, well, in the air really. Doesn't seem to be anchored into the ground. But then again, this is a game that was developed pretty much in under a year almost. Like, it's pretty freaking amazing that in development time, Gothic 2 was developed, I think, in something like 16 months or a maximum of 18 months, which, by the way, for game development time, that's like writing a full 500-page novel in 4 weeks. To give you some perspective of just how short a time that is. So what do we have? Mr. Bloodfly. You got the sting on me, didn't you? Okay.
Nothing to be had there.
So we might actually be able to
Nothing there.
level up pretty soon, so we can also visit the water mages. So let's see. Should be a shadow beast somewhere around here. Seems it... Okay, there it is. I was actually worried it didn't spawn. And I think we can... maybe... Okay, so what we're gonna do is first kill the goblins, so they won't distract us. couple of goblins over here. Then we're gonna kill the shadow beast. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Easy kill. Just a couple of goblins, eh? Randomly banging your clubs near a snoring shadow beast. Okay, you're not the smartest creatures in the world. Hey there, Fluffy. Okay. Permit me to kill you pretty fast. Okay, this is... Hey, got the swing on me. It almost got a final swing at us. That was a pretty nice and intense fight, thank you.
Nothing there.
This was a cool kill on our part. Yeah, okay, let's see. What can we eat so we can quickly... Okay, let's eat the big mushrooms. Why not? Unfortunately, we have no more healing scrolls left. Use them all up. Oh yeah, we can also eat Feckless too, which gives us 1 strength point and heals 20 damage as well. So, interesting thing about healing in Gothic is that if you do become a fire mage, healing is pretty much free. We are eventually going to make ourselves a healing rune at one point, a medium healing rune to be exact, and we're pretty much gonna heal 400 hit points in just one go. Okay, so let's go up here, because I remember there was a chest up here we needed to loot. Thank you. So left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, a fire ring, fire protection, and a fish. It's a very weird combination to find in a chest, a fish and a fire ring. But okay, not complaining. An old stone tablet. Thank you. Now, up here there are only a couple of dangerous creatures, specifically some fire lizards. Now, fire lizards, just like Gothic 1, they hit you once, you get set up on fire, you quickly take damage over time, and then you're dead. Fortunately for us, they are incredibly easy to kill. Okay, because they eventually end up stuck. Now let's see if we can aggro them. Let's quick save the game. Ideally, we should aggro one at a time, but if they both come at us at the same time, not much of an issue. Ideally, not fall down. Come on. Okay. It's aggroing us at least. Okay, we actually do not... So that can happen, by the way. Okay, if it gets stuck on the stairs, even better. So we're not doing that much damage with this composite longbow, but we are doing some damage. Now, we cannot fight them in melee, I can tell you that much. Even with that fire ring that gives us basically no fire protection at all, fire lizards are incredibly tanky. Now, let's try to use a work crossbow, regular crossbow. This might do some extra damage. Oh, still pretty tanky. Even with a crossbow, fire lizards are very tanky. Interestingly enough, they are actually very weak if you use an Iceland scroll on them, or spell. So as a fire mage, you're gonna see when we become a fire mage, some enemies will just melt away in 2 seconds from our spells. It trivializes a lot of fights, but there are certain fights that you don't really want to take as a fire mage. At least not until you get to chapter 4 or 5. Dragons are a good example. Dragons have an issue in the game. We're gonna get there. They're a bit buggy. They have a certain bug that makes them almost impossible to kill, depending on your settings. Not joking. And I can actually tell you right now what's the issue with dragons, because this is gonna be a boring fight. So dragons in the game regenerate health in real time. Okay, that's not a biggie, right? It's standard game design from a certain point onward. There are a lot of enemies in many games that regenerate health in real time. Okay, let me tell you what the big freaking issue is. Back in 2001, when dragons came out, killing them was not an issue. Do you know why? Because the frame rate back then was standard of 30 frames per second, right? Nothing fancy. Here's the thing. The regeneration rate for dragons, their hit points. Okay, that was a close one. The regeneration rate for dragons, how fast they regenerate hit points, is dependent on your frame rate. So, if your frame rate is at 60 frames per second, dragons will actually regenerate their health incredibly fast. If your frame rate is at 120 frame rates, they're gonna regenerate their health almost instantly. So you can have a super smooth gameplay. But if your frame rate is incredibly high, most likely because you're playing this game in a modern time with a modern rig, with a very good rig, or even an average rig right now is better than any PC we had back in the 2000s.
Nothing there.
You're gonna find yourself in the situation where it's pretty much impossible to kill a dragon. So we actually have to cap our frame rate when we fight dragons, because otherwise their health is gonna regenerate so fast we simply cannot kill them. And when we get there, I'm actually gonna show you, gonna make a video for comparison how dragons regenerate their health based on our current frame rate. Now, unfortunately, this has not been fixed from what I know. There might be some modern patches or something that I'm not aware of. But last time I checked, last time I played Gothic 2, and this was maybe a year ago, it was a patched version of Gothic 2, and that issue still persisted. So that's basically the whole story with why we want to play, why we want to fight dragons with a capped frame rate. Okay, now let's kill this guy as well. Ideally, have one hit connect, or just come close enough so you'll aggro us. Thank you, that's exactly what I want to happen. Okay. Probably the same thing is gonna happen again. It's gonna... Nope. Okay, this is gonna be a weird, awkward fight. Okay. I can live with that. So yeah, that's the story of frame rate and fighting dragons in Gothic 2. I think I'm just gonna do a quick transition until I kill this bastard, because he's gonna run around left and right and he's just gonna waste our time, your time and mine. Oh, you almost had me, didn't you? As long as you... Okay, as long as you stay there and let me kill you, we're not gonna have any issues. Yeah, okay. So, the plan after these lizards, we're gonna explore a small cave, most likely level up, learn how to read tablets at level 2, then we're gonna make our way to the Black Troll and eventually to the Big Forest and the Northwest, where we're gonna fight some orcs, and I do mean plural orcs. There is an orcish scouting party in that area. We're gonna clear the entirety of that area. Actually, let's... oh, only 7 bolts left. Good to know. Was actually worried about running out of ammo. And this is gonna be the last bolt. And we're just gonna use the composite bow. Okie dokie. Now those orcs we're most likely gonna fight either one by one, or we're gonna go up on a ledge and try to kill them with our bow. We should have more than ample enough ammunition to finish chapter 1 with exactly what we have. And if we don't, we can always buy more arrows. The nice part about buying and selling arrows is that they are worth 1 gold, either if you buy them, either if you sell them. Can't wait, by the way, to play Gothic Arcalos, because one of the things you can do in Arcalos, and El Hiver, you can make your own arrows, and you can make actually different types of arrows. Arrows that do more damage, arrows that do fire damage. It's pretty cool stuff. It's basically the same thing you can do like in Gothic 3. In Gothic 3 you could also
Nothing there.
make your own arrows. Now, let's quickly loot up these plants and then go to the top of this ziggurat. Now, I know it looks like a pyramid, but I do believe that the correct term is a ziggurat because it looks like to be of Mayan slash Aztec. I think it's an Aztec inspired ziggurat, which is basically just a different type of pyramid, really. Okay. It's so many plants in this area, by God. At one point, we're really gonna have a nice plant eating spree, especially the fire nettles and the fireweed. When we become a mage, we're gonna end up quickly blowing for those. Now, the last thing we're gonna do is just explore the top up here. There's a stone tablet over here. And pile of gold strewn around the place. A lot of gold coins we have to individually pick up. Okay. Damn, man. I feel like I'm in a casino, you know, when the coins pop out of the machine if you win, and have to individually pick up every coin. That never happened to me, by the way. I don't gamble, but I've seen it in movies. Okay, any other gold pieces? Now, okay. Any other gold pieces? Good. Now, here's the thing. Okay, one more gold piece there. Thank you. There's a gold piece that's actually... okay, let's lockpick the chest first. So right, left, left, right, 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 left. Now, this chest has an Orc Slayer weapon. Does 140 damage, but you need 140 strength to wield it. Now you can actually see that we're targeting a gold coin inside the chest that we cannot actually pick up because it's quite literally under the chest. Now, if you really are annoyed by it, you can enter sneak mode, enter Marvin mode. And by the way, when you are in Marvin mode and enter sneak mode, if you teleport, and you teleport by pressing K for kilogram, as long as you don't move, you can turn around. Your character will be stuck at the same elevation you were initially sneaking on. So you can do this, teleport basically under the ground, so you can target the gold coin that was actually under this chest. And we can teleport back. And if we try to open the chest again, you can see there is no more. The gold coin is gone. We just picked it up. Okay. So we just closed Marvin mode. We're gonna end the video right here. And in the next episode, we're gonna pick up from where we are, and we're gonna explore that cave over there, but also this little encampment, which I believe belongs to the water mages. So I want to wish you guys a wonderful day, and FYI, since before we end the episode, we might as well I might as well show you this little secret, because somewhere between these mounds of whatever you want to call them, dirt, rocks, should be an item that was also improperly placed. Let's enter the free camera mod. So, okay, I think it was this one. Yep. There's a plant here that's under this broken tile, this blue elder. We're gonna pick it up. So just want to show you small secrets in the game. I know they're really not relevant maybe to you. You maybe never even encountered them. But since we're doing a full playthrough with all secrets, might as well show you, right? Okay, so I want to wish you guys a wonderful day, like always. And I'm gonna see you in the next episode when we're gonna continue clearing this area. And we're also about to level up soon. So we're most likely gonna level up after a few kills. So guys, as always, remember, cool earthquake, the most important story in the world is your own. And take care of yourselves. See you soon. Cheers.